Hello guys, hope you are all good and taking care of yourselves as this coronavirus we try to eradicate it in all possible ways that we can. So as per now, the only way we can solve this issue is by praying, because we don't have the tools. Prayer is the only thing that will save us. So let us jump in Sony Acid, like the title says, how to combine Sony Acid with live scratches or live mixing. So I'll just play this demo out, then I will break it down and I will show you a couple of things, not only in Sony Acid, even in the live mixing section. So I'll just play it, then we jump. Oh, another thing, as we play it, you'll hear like there are some scratches whereby they are not Sony Acid at all. So you just sit back and wait as I break it down. So I'll just play it, then after that we jump on it.
You better watch out, hot shit be bringing the cops out. You better watch out, hot shit be bringing the cops out. You better watch sub. You better. Hey! You better watch out, hot shit be bringing the cops out. You better watch out, hot shit be bringing the cops out. Hey! 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 This is serious. We could make you delirious. This is serious. We did. This is serious. We did.
Yeah, as you've heard it, there are a couple of parts where it's Sony Acid, then there are a couple of parts it's live scratches. So from the beginning up to, let's say, here, I can say this is in this section I've already talked about it in the previous tutorials, and I'm pretty sure you can if you're watching this, you already know how to do a basic scratch, adding some effects. So as from here, as you can see, there are scratches. These are not Sony Acid scratches at all. These are live scratches. So before I demonstrate this section, I would like us to watch this video, and then we come back to Sony Acid. Yeah, so in this section, you can see here's my controller. So I will do a couple of takes. I might blunder, but that won't worry me at all. So I'll just try a couple of scratches, because I know in Sony Acid I'll make them perfect. So I'll first thing, before you do make the scratch, make sure this you are at the default BPM of the song in Sony Acid, because the song is at a BPM of 98. So I'll just scratch it at a BPM of 98, so that when I place it in Sony Acid, I will stretch it to be 105, because that's the tempo of the project. So I'll set it to 105 to make the work smooth and the transition to be smoother as well. So I'll just press the record and then do a couple of takes, and then I'll pause the video, and then we jump back in Sony Acid. I can say this is one hectic tutorial, but bear with me. If you want to know how DJ Kalonji usually does his, I think you'll just have to follow up here slowly, and then in the end you can nail it like him. So let me press on the record, then do the couple takes, then we jump back in Sony Acid. say those 30 seconds for the for the for the scratches are not bad. So between the ones that we have made, I'll choose which I prefer. Then we try it on the Sony Acid, I mean. So let us jump back to Sony Acid. And there you go. So let us jump back to Sony Acid, and now let us explain it. Like, this section is this section over here. You can say it's this section. Let me kill this drop over here. This section. So in the DJ deck, I was scratching this part, so that's why I placed it over here and sliced it to the place of my liking. I didn't want it to be long, cause it would have been a little bit boring. So when you play it and try to transition it to the song that is in Sony Acid. Just like that. So you make your scratches in on a DJ machine, save it, then bring it here. Like I told you, you have to scratch, like, if this song it's 98, make sure you're scratching at a BPM of 98. Because if you try to scratch it at let's say a higher BPM to the actual BPM of the song, you won't get a clean record. So you make sure you scratch it to the actual BPM. So this is where I placed it, scratch it, and then allow this song to play a little bit. Then the same scratches, I placed them over here, and now I did shorten them. So when I play them, let me mute this one. Sorry about that. Just like that. And then over here I did some like a loop out with a certain technique, and then did the scratch again. So I'll just play it. Yeah, so over here I just made this scratch to be a little bit shorter, so that it can give me like it's a looping, and then made this like to have just one big kick, and took care of the pitching from -1 to -2. So when I play it, you feel like I'm doing a tear scratch. Hey! Just like that. This A effect was for adding a flavor in this section. So let me play it from, let's say here.
You better watch
Sub.
You better Hey! You better watch out.
Just after that was just adding flavor. Let us carry on.
You better watch out. You better watch out. Hot shit, we bring top. Hey!
So over here I did like, this is a normal loop, so I won't talk much about it because I've done it in my previous tutorials. If you don't know how to do this, check out the previous tutorials, and they are gonna help you out. So over here you can hear this voice saying hey. It's a Vibes Cartel's voice. So what I did, like over here at the bottom you can see the scratches. So what I did scratch this this Vibes Cartel sound to the BPM of this song. This song is 98. So what I did, and the project is 105. So what I did, I made this song 105 too. In Serato DJ I made it 105, then scratched this effect to be 105 at a BPM of 105, so that when I drop it, I just drop it. There's no need to do like the beat mapper wizard to do the beat mapping. No, once already over there you've used the same BPM as over here, you'll just place it to be one shot, then everything will just move smoothly. So let me play this second video, and then you'll get to understand this section as well, and a little bit better. Yeah, so we're about to scratch the Hey sound by Vibes Cartel. So what I've done, on the left side of the deck, then on the right side is where the instrumental is at. So as you can hear, as per now, when we'll be scratching, you guys on the other side will be listening to the scratches, not to the song. I'm the one who's gonna be listening to the instrumental, because it will be playing in this pair of headphones, earphones of mine. So I'll just I have one in my left ear. Then I'll press this key in the middle, the Q key, whereby I can hear the beat, but you guys can't hear it. So I'll be listening to the beat so that I can keep up with the pace of the song. It's kind of hard to mix blind, whereby you're scratching and you're making a longer scratch, hence you're not hearing it. So you might find yourself, when you analyze your scratch, you might find it to be 130 BPM and your song is at 105. You see, that will be tough to beat match. So you'll be listening to the scratches, hence on my side I'll be listening to the scratches, and at the same time I'm listening to the instrumental. So I'll just make the basic scratch like we did in the back before. You do a couple of variations, and then you try it over and over again. So in my computer I'll set it part 2 of the scratch, part 2, then press this key it will turn on red, then kill the volume. So when I scratch, you guys will hear the scratches, but you won't hear the song, because I want only the scratch. I want to use the scratches in Sony Acid. So let us jump to it. So I'll just press record, then press play on this, so that I can hear it on my headphones. Yeah, just like that, 30 seconds. We keep it short. Then I'll save it, and then let us wait. Yeah, it's saved. So let us jump back to Sony Acid. Then we try to beat match it to the Sony Acid song, and at the same time we'll be beat matching the instrumental that we have used. It was 98.1, so we'll try to work it out till we nail it. So let us see one another in Sony Acid. Yeah, so there is the clip. So let us see one another in Sony Acid again. So this is where we had left at. So this song is, its default BPM it's 98. So I did my beat mapping and then made it 105. So since I had scratched this song at a BPM of 105, so there's no need to like beat map it. It's okay, it's well okay. So the hard section was me trying to sync this scratch to the instrumental. It was really tough, but I nailed it in the end. So I'll just play it so that you can hear what I came up with, then we carry on.
You better watch out. Hot shit, we bring top. Hey! Hey!
Yeah, up to there I can say I'm pretty sure over here I've understood. I just did some baby scratches, some cuts, and some chop scratches. Then over here I just took a certain section that I had done some, I can say, some scribbles, and then sliced it so that I can just get 2 scratches, just like that. Then added this Hey sound by Vibes Cartel. It's not playing because this Vibes Cartel sound usually has a problem. one time it plays, another time it doesn't. I usually don't know what the problem is, because I've tried to convert it a couple of times but I've failed. So but I usually just use them, let's say when I'm showcasing couple this stuff, but when mixing I usually don't risk it because it might mess me up. Yes, like as you can hear, it was here playing, but now it's off, and at the same time at the bottom it's off. So I'll just play it from here, and then we carry on. So this over here has no difference with this one. The only difference is the sound. So I just like loop middle at scratch. It's Sony acid. One scratch to be Sony acid and the other scratch to be Serato. Just like that. Then this is a custom effect that I had made back before when I was trying a certain video. I'll play another project. I will play it, then you'll check it out. I used the air sound. Now this time, instead of using the air sound for the long patterns that I usually make in the previous tutorials, I just scratched it a little. Then the following thing was this break effect. So this is how it sounds like, just like that. Then over here, let me mute this and this. Over here, this is a song called Dangerous by Busta Rhymes. So I did scratch it like the same way we had scratched the Hey sound and the Pass Me the Coverseer song, that section, and made sure the BPM and everything is set. So my job was just placing it and bit matching it. So I'll just play it, and then we will get to hear how I came up with like added a little bit flavor with apart from just scratching, live scratching, added a little flavor with Sony acid. So I'll just play it.
This is serious. We could make you delirious. This is serious. This is serious.
Just like that. So that's how you can combine Sony acid scratches and live mixing. So it's kind of tough. It's not for everyone. Some of you may check it out and say, I'll never do this because it usually eats a lot of someone's time. You can stand like 1 hour trying to come up with a good scratch that will try to use it in Sony acid, so it will eat you up really good. But if you want to do something out of the normal, cause I did my research and no one has ever done this kind of tutorial. I'm the only guy, and I'm proud of myself about that. So for the guys who usually back before were wondering how could someone add a live scratch in Sony acid, this is how you do it. So another thing, it's not like every time, let's say you can't access a DJ machine, you can ask a friend, not me I won't do it for you. So you can ask someone else, or let's say you can do it for yourself. You have to practice, because that's the only way of you being a better DJ. So that you can make like these short scratches where you can just like add flavors in your intros and in your mixes, like this, just like that, something like this one, just like that, to add flavor in your mixes. So it's not for the faint-hearted individuals. So you have to practice, and to become a better DJ you have to sacrifice. You have to like put Sony acid aside and practice your scratches on a live deck. If you don't have a live DJ machine, you have to look for one, so that you can up your game. So I can say my stronghold isn't in Sony acid. When it comes to DJ machine, that's where I usually feel like I'm good at. But Sony acid, I'm trying, I'm still learning as well. So let me jump to the project I was telling you about, that done using the R sound. Here it is. So I'll just play it and then you'll listen.
Hini bichi imetoka sai sai, hini bichi nimewai sai boss, hini imetoka sai sai, hini bichi nimewai sai boss, hini bichi hizi maganji mavazi, hini bichi kama style buda boss, hini bichi mambo mbaya. Sub imetoka sai sai, hini bichi King imetoka sai sai, hini bichi wise boss bitch King King Mr. Mufasa the King. Sub.
So I can say it's not that perfect, but I love it because it's an idea that I was thinking about for a long time, but in the end I have nailed it. So I can say that's how you can incorporate your live scratches to Sony acid scratches and Sony acid tricks. So it's a matter of practice and practice, I can say that, and researching. So another thing that I would like to share, if you know you are a lazy DJ, trust me, you won't make it, you won't go anywhere. Laziness usually like ends up falling from a cliff. So being a good DJ, you have to put in work. There's this a speech I heard from one of the best DJs in Kenya, DJ Joe. He said that he did practice 8 hours. This guy is good, and I still wonder why is he practicing for 8 hours. But I came to understand that I can feel he's good, but he usually doesn't feel his goodness at all. That's why he usually practice day in, day out. So on my side, I can say I had to adapt what he was doing, and I can say it bared some fruits. So practice. If you're stuck, listen to mixes, do your research, and you'll come out of being stuck and stagnant. So all I wanna say, I wanna wish you all the best in this art. Keep on practicing, and like I always say, and I will never forget, share the knowledge. I'm giving it to you, so give it to someone else. Don't wait to be a good DJ to share the knowledge. Even if as long as you understand what you're doing, share the knowledge. That's all I can tell you for in this tutorial. So before we wrap it up, I'd just like to play one last demo. I can say I was just passing time. Let me just play it and then we wrap it up. Yeah, here it is.
Wakitaka kusonga bila force, puff fast nikuchoma bila mosh, nasoma bila course, no puff fast nikuchoma bila mosh, nasoma bila mosh, see what
Now hear this.
This is the Party Master, DJ Sub, rockin' in the dance floor.
So there we go. So for the guys who are stuck, I can say there is a big room for you to learn. So don't listen to me alone. We are many. There are a lot of guys. Even you can listen even to yourself, to your previous mixes, to your previous intros, and see what you you did and try not to do it again. In the midst of trying to do not to do it again, you'll come up with something new. That's how I usually practice. I'm usually empty like most of my time, so whenever I listen to a mixtape or my previous mashups that I've made, something usually comes up and I lay it down and somebody tells me that that's good, and I'm pretty sure on the other side you'll be told that's good. So whenever you're praised, yeah, keep on practicing. Don't get praised and then you sit back and wait for the praise to eat itself. So practice hard. I've been sub. For any personal assistance, you can check out my number in the description. And another thing, for the guys who usually request for the backspin, the Acid Music Studio, Serato Pro, DJ Pro 7, anything Sony Vegas, in every video I've already like added a link for, like, from my first video till now, I've added a link where you can download the effects. So don't be asking for them in the comments, just check on the description. You'll get the link. It's like 900 MBs, so just get some data or a good Wi-Fi and download all of them. So for the Sony Acid and CDJ backspin and the break effect, the plugin, they will be in these videos to description, so check them out over there. So I've been sub, practice hard, and don't forget to share the knowledge.